The assassination attempt of former President Donald Trump on July 13th is the most significant operational failure of the Secret Service in decades, and I am keeping him and his family in my thoughts.
Secret Service Director Kimberly Cheadle in the hot seat, testifying before the House Oversight Committee about the assassination attempt against Donald Trump and the handling of security at that campaign rally. The response to the attempt on his life getting a lot of attention in the last 2 weeks. And new at 10, some new insight from someone in the Valley who has experience in the White House and even coordinated in the past with the Secret Service. We get more from our Marissa Sarback.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony that
Secret Service Director Kimberly Cheadle taking blame for the attempted assassination of former President Trump on Capitol Hill Monday?
The Secret Service's solemn mission is to protect our nation's leaders. On July 13th, we failed.
A sentiment echoed by others like Atlas Altman.
What happened shouldn't have happened. There should have never been a shot on anyone who's running for office.
The Queen Creek resident is now an author and podcaster. Formerly, he was an Air Force officer in the Department of Defense who worked in the White House Communications Agency during the Obama administration.
My part was to make sure that the military elements fell in with the Secret Service.
The protective agencies effectively moving the White House and its safety perimeters alongside the commander-in-chief's every step.
We know he's going to go someplace. We're going to get there before he does, set it all up for him, make sure there's a security bubble around him, which is what we're all talking about now.
You're just being completely dishonest.
In the House Oversight Committee, Cheadle absolutely grilled by members of Congress.
Yes or no? Was it a colossal failure is the question. Yes or no?
I have admitted this is a terrible...
This is a yes or no series of questions. Was this a colossal failure? Yes or no?
Yes.
Altman's reaction isn't as harsh, saying the Secret Service planned appropriately but executed poorly.
Initially, when you were defensive of the Secret Service agents who were protecting former President Trump at the time, has that shifted a week and a half now into this?
No, it hasn't. There's a lot of speculation, and everyone's become a shooting expert.
Director Cheadle confirming Thomas Crooks fired at the former president from approximately 200 yards away.
Director, yes or no, did local law enforcement alert the Secret Service about Crooks' presence at the rally?
Yes, they did.
Take a look at what happened.
Altman says the conversations are likely ongoing behind closed doors about severely expanding Secret Service perimeters. He says it all comes down to a lack of resources within the agency, budget and staffing. Something he hopes this investigation will change.
Mike Tyson says it this way: everyone's got a plan until they get punched in the mouth. Secret Service just got punched in the mouth.
Meantime, politicians, including Arizona Congressmen Ruben Gallego and Andy Biggs, are asking for Director Cheadle to resign.
You should have come today ready to give us answers. I call upon you to resign today.
So if she were to resign, the only thing I would say that is acceptable is if someone who has been a director took the job again. Because changing leadership in the midst of chaos only introduces more chaos.
Marissa Sarback, ABC15, Arizona.
Marissa, thank you. Today, Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas is moving forward with a bipartisan panel to do an independent review of this assassination attempt. Sources familiar with the matter said the independent review is an effort by officials to get ahead of congressional reviews and hearings that are happening on Capitol Hill.